recipes. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna carve one of our tiers. And what I want to do is I want to make it into kind of a flower pot shape. So I want it to be thin at the bottom and wider at the top. So what I've done is I've got my cake, my two 6-inch tiers, and I've cut a 4-inch cardboard and placed it on there. And so I'm going to cut from the 4-inch down to the 6-inch at an angle, and that's going to give me the angle of a teapot. I'm doing it upside down because it's easier to do that way. And so you'll see as I start doing it. So I'm just going to take my knife and cut it, just follow my cardboard all the way around at an angle, so I'm going from the cardboard down to the point of the cake. And this is going to give me my teapot shape, in theory. I might have to adjust it as I finish up, but in theory this should give me a nice straight shape. All right, so we're going to go all the way around and get rid of the scraps. Cake shavings, as my family calls them. Put those out of the way, and now you can see we have kind of a nice teapot shape. Flower pot shape. So here we go. Just gonna trim it a little here, but now when we turn it over, there you go. You've got your nice little shape. So now we're gonna cover it in ganache and get ready to fondant it. Okay, so now we've got our flower pot shape, and now it's time to ganache. I like to put ganache under my fondant because it sets up nice and hard, and buttercream is mushy, and I don't like buttercream. I hate working with buttercream. I never work with buttercream. It's all about ganache and fondant. So here I am. I'm just going to take my ganache and ganache around my cake, get it nice and smooth, and then what's great is that once this is done, it's going to set up hard, and I'm going to have a nice hard shell to lay my fondant on so your fondant doesn't squish all over. When you put buttercream underneath it, your fondant squishes. I don't like the squishing. I would rather have a nice hard shell that I can work and make my corners nice and straight, and that's why I always use ganache. And if you go on the YummyArts, somewhere on there, I don't know where, they have ganache recipes and show you how to make it. So if you don't know how to make ganache, go on the YummyArts and you'll find it. I've got a little unmelted piece of chocolate there in my ganache. Get rid of that. So I'm going to go all the way around, and now I'm going to get my bench scraper and smooth it out. So I'm not being very neat when I put it on like this, but that's all right because I'm going to take care of it in the next step. All right, so I've got it all kind of slathered on, and now it is time to smooth it. So for the top, I'm just kind of spinning my turntable like this, and that's going to get me my top somewhat smooth. Get my sides straight. This is a bench scraper, and I'm just going to run it all the way along the edge and get it nice and straight. There we go. So you can see it's kind of getting straighter as we go. And it usually takes a few times around to get it completely straight and somewhat smooth. And now I'm going to go across my top and get my top edges. Just kind of scrape those off so they're not. There we go.